Bags all packed. Go to Gettysburg tomorrow morning at 4:30 a.m. I'm excited. You're gonna miss us tomorrow. "4:15 a.m. We're going to Gettysburg. Let's go." Who's excited to go to Gettysburg? Sorry, they're not here yet. Now, who's ready to go to Gettysburg? Yay!
So as I set out on my day, I wanted to find out one question. What is Gettysburg?
And not just historically speaking. I really want to know, what is it that draws me to Gettysburg?
What does it mean to the locals? What does it mean to people I talk to throughout the day?
And most importantly, what does Gettysburg mean to me?
It's hard to believe that a great battle was once fought right here on these grounds. It's just too calm, too peaceful, and too beautiful to imagine that. But in July of 1863, a great battle did take place right here. A fierce, terrible battle. It was quite literally a battle for the very soul of our country. A battle that would not only change the course of the Civil War, but of the United States of America. And in many ways, the tiny seeds that would someday grow into the mighty oak that is freedom for all men
Were planted
right here in Gettysburg.
Where are we?
We're in Gettysburg.
Gettysburg,
Gettysburg.
Pennsylvania. A lot happened here.
Yes, it's so pretty outside.
So here's the thing. I'm drawn to Gettysburg, just like millions of other people have been drawn to Gettysburg for over 150 years. Things happened here in Gettysburg that are unlike most battles. And there's just something about this place. It took me about 3 seconds to decide that I was going to make a short film about Gettysburg. I wanted to ask the question, what is Gettysburg? And not just from a historical perspective, but what made this place feel the way it feels today? In the truest sense of the word, this place is hallowed ground. Even Abraham Lincoln talked about that in his Gettysburg Address. Lincoln said it, but in the larger sense, we cannot dedicate, we cannot consecrate, we cannot hallow this ground. The brave men, living and dead, who struggled here have consecrated it far above our poor power to add or detract. The world will little note nor long remember what we say here, but it will never forget what they did here. So why write a short film about Gettysburg? It's been done. It's been done from a historical point of view to the highest level. But I wanted to look at this in a little bit different manner.
What is it about this place?
Of Gettysburg?
Yeah.
You know, the whole town was surrounded and part of the battle.
Yeah.
You know, so a lot of folks, oftentimes people ask me, so where's the battlefield? Like, you're here.
Yeah.
You are right here.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's my question today is, what is Gettysburg? What is it all about? I think that's...
It's about freedom, you know, and about peace. And the freedom gives you peace, right?
Yeah.
the freedoms we have today, the
Yeah,
freedoms
right.
all people have today.
I mean, Lincoln came here.
Are there still people here? Are there still unseen forces battling for the side of good?
Right.
Because it kind of feels like that here. It feels like the hallowed ground.
Yeah, it definitely is.
So I heard the phrase hallowed ground so many times that day. It fits Gettysburg like a glove. And it made me wonder, is that what makes Gettysburg so special?
Several years ago, we came here to this building.
It used to be the public schoolhouse.
We took photographs and our camera would not work. We took video and sometimes our camera would and sometimes our camera would not work. And then at the window bottom right, we took a picture and we captured something.
Second window. Or first window. One of those two windows.
It was bottom right window. And we captured something that we could not explain, and we looked at that in detail.
The soldier looking out at us.
And I thought to myself, maybe it's because of the rich history in Gettysburg. We should consider that. Maybe it's because there's so many well-documented stories. We have so much information regarding different people that lived here, different things that happened, different buildings, so much great history. There's great history in other places that I've been to that don't affect me and don't touch me in the same way that Gettysburg does. Every place you go has a history. There's folklore everywhere, but for some reason Gettysburg, again, is different.
So we're right outside the Farnsworth House in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania. Said to be haunted. We've been in there. We actually stayed here at one point. We stayed in their most haunted room, did not see any activity, did not experience anything paranormal, but still very cool, rich in history, the Farnsworth House. The square. It's not a square, it's a circle. They call it the square.
We had already been at the battlefield once, and that did not stop us from going back again. As a matter of fact, we went back several times throughout the day. There's such beauty there. Even Marissa, at 10 years old, understood how beautiful this place was. I could never tire of this battlefield. For lack of a better word, I'd say that there's a magic here. What those men did in 1863 they changed this place permanently. The men that lost their lives here forever paid it forward for the countless lives that they never knew that they touched. Like Lincoln explained, they had already done all that needs to be done to consecrate these grounds. The next stop on our journey was the Visitor Center. This was an amazing experience. Definitely worth every second of time and every bit of money that was spent.
Welcome to A New Birth of Freedom and the Gettysburg Cyclorama experience. As you enter the theater, please move to the lower levels and leave the top 2 rows open for guests with special needs. Please fill in the seats toward the center first. Flash photography and videotaping are not allowed in the...
And then the Cyclorama. An amazing experience, an amazing show, rich history, great experience.
That's a bomb. The wall I would go to because I just and all of those people are dead.
Everyone in this picture is dead.
But I got you thinking, you're like, no, they're alive.
Very
Like,
cool.
no, they're on horses.
This is an oil painting that was painted in 1880. It's one big oil painting.
Made in 4 different pieces.
Made in 4 pieces.
And then they
Shipped here, there's 6 tons of canvas and oil paint.
Who dropped it?
It went through
Amazing. This was well worth the price of
I
admission.
like this one, even though I slept in the movie.
For nearly 2 hours.
And from there, it was time for lunch.
And we had to eat at our favorite restaurant, the pub.
So we're just talking about how this girl never gets scared.
No, I'm not scared of anything.
But I recall,
Other than a couple things.
A stay here. I recall a stay here early on when we first stayed here, and we stayed in a room, and there was a certain coat rack that
I heard about that.
It was a hanging plant.
or whatever
There
it
was a
was,
hanging plant in front of a window.
and in the middle of the night,
We stayed out all night and went to ghost hunts, and then we did our own ghost hunt where we think we captured a ghost. Then we went home to our bed and breakfast, which was like super old.
creepy too.
Yeah, slept in our room. I didn't sleep because I thought a soldier was standing in the corner of the room. I woke up in the morning and told Steve I couldn't sleep very well, and he said I couldn't sleep well. I thought there was a soldier in the room.
It was a plant, but in the middle of the night, it definitely had a soldier-like
But now, like, I would
appearance.
be more
You told me about that.
excited for something like that.
So Marissa, are you having fun so far today? What did you like best so far?
Not the movie.
Well, the movie was good while you stayed awake, right?
Yeah.
What?
But the second part of the movie when like we went to like
The Cyclorama? That was cool.
I fell asleep during the movie.
What's that?
I fell asleep during the movie.
You did. Looks like you're still sleepy. Bring it in there. Wow.
I like watched like 20 minutes of it and then passed out. But in that 20 minutes, I did like almost fall asleep and then like it like you can't fall asleep.
Yeah.
And then I looked down his arm, went to sleep.
My favorite part so far?
That took you a long time.
Probably the panoramic.
Cyclorama?
Yes, that was pretty cool. Also,
Cyclorama for me too.
I like going up in the Pennsylvania Monument.
That was cool. You missed it.
Um,
She didn't do that one. She was feeling a little lazy.
what else did I like? I love figuring out how to use the parking meters.
Typical.
Well, I gotta tell you something. Your salad comes with 2 pretzel sticks. Make sure you get those so we can have them.
But I'm not eating pretzel sticks
Yeah,
right now.
He always tells the waitress, don't bring them. We have to pay for it. Bring them. We're gonna eat them. Don't think it's just
We're
about
not
you.
gonna eat them.
It's not just about you. It's just not.
I'm gonna eat them.
What? Was the sunrise worth it?
Yes and no.
So both. Okay. What does it mean to you?
War.
Okay.
It means what?
War.
Or, okay.
Yes.
Okay. Maybe a little more to it, right? Than just that. All right.
You're able to go around and experience where it happened. I don't think we'd ever understand the magnitude of what happened unless you're there. To Gettysburg.
What does Gettysburg mean to you?
All right, so that's something that's been on my mind since yesterday. I was trying to, as I'm thinking about this video, I'm thinking about what does it mean? And I guess a couple things. One, sadness. I mean, there's a lot of loss that happened here. But there's something about Gettysburg to me that inspires a little bit of hope. In essence, this is a place where things changed, like you said. Things changed a lot. The Civil War turned at this point at Gettysburg in a big way. And because of that, ultimately the slaves were freed. Ultimately the North won the war. And in a lot of ways, I don't think everybody in the South was evil or everybody in the North was good, but it was a war of good versus evil in some ways. So the hope that arose from the ashes, I think, is what hits me when I come here. It's my take at least.
Beautiful. Oh my god. So beautiful. I got a lemon in my eye.
Next time you're gonna clap and like casually mock somebody, make sure you don't get something in your eye.
Chill until our next thing, which is carriage ride.
Yeah, we do carriage ride at 3 o'clock. We're gonna do a tour of the battlefield. 3 o'clock on a horse carriage.
Oh, by the way, Gettysburg also has an amazing shopping area. So we shopped.
And she's making, are those the soap?
This is the scrub.
Oh, the scrub.
What are you walking out doing your own like little documentary?
Yeah, yeah. Just do a little vlog.
Yeah.
Gettysburg trip.
Nice.
And we shopped.
What do you got there?
A graceful thingy. It's
The bubbles. Gotcha. Okay, thank
You want a
you.
bag for it?
No, she's gonna put them on, I think.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
And we shopped.
It's $140. No, it's $14.99.
Don't, wait, we just pushed it on. That's not good. All right, we need a paramedic.
Take it off. He can get it
No,
off.
when you pushed it, I was like, that's
He
a little,
looked at me
don't
when I
too far.
pushed it like I have that. Ah, that's funny. I did look at the price before I pushed it on.
Yeah. I might have to go to the soap store next door and lather up. All right, I got it. It's just that knuckle.
Oh,
That means you.
how is so an emergency?
What are you doing?
It is a small.
It's too small, but how
Get a
cozy is
bigger.
this?
That's
Right?
awkward. Look at all the ghost pictures. Ghost.
Did I mention we shopped? We finally ended up at the Heritage Museum where we were getting ready for our battlefield tour on a horse-drawn carriage.
Folks, have a good ride now.
Thank you.
Thank you. And the cool thing about what we're going to do, you've come to see
what is the most famous land battle of the American Civil War. Everybody knows a little bit about this, but they want to see the ground. One of the obvious questions is why Gettysburg? What brought the armies here? You're on the reason right now. When you look at that map, those same 10 roads that you're looking at right now are the same 10 roads that were here 156 years ago.
Yeah.
Both commanding generals looked at their maps, said, what's the name of that town with 10 roads? Gettysburg, we need to go there. Understand, as Lee came to Pennsylvania, this is to end the war. Lee's army is on a winning streak. Since Robert E. Lee is taking command of the Southern Army, they have not lost a battle. If you can end the war, the South's economy is starting to collapse. The infrastructure, the trains, everything is breaking down. Lee is running out of men. This is the road the Confederates crossed. Everybody see that block over there, white block? That's the Virginia State Memorial. That's Robert E. Lee's statue on top of that. The monument's placed at the spot where he watched Pickett's charge on day 3. Actual location. The monuments as you go along are placed not artistically, but historically. The monuments are placed where something happened. The monuments help you interpret the battlefield. 7 minutes after 1, 2 white plumes of smoke erupt out there. A Massachusetts soldier looked down and he said, I saw these 2 beautiful white blossoms. Until he realized it was a plume of smoke. 4 seconds later, the shells were landing here on top of him. You joined the army. You left your community. You left your county. You left your city block with 100 of your friends and neighbors. So as you start out, there's 100 of you in 1861. By the time you get here to Gettysburg, there's only 35 left. Those units are down to 350 guys. But look at what you've been through with those other 35 guys. Talk to combat veterans anywhere. They're never fighting for mom and apple pie. They're fighting for each other. If you go down, you'll pick up the flag, not because you're braver than anybody else, but you don't want to let the unit down. But the other thing is you have 90,000 Northern soldiers. You have 70,000 Confederate soldiers. Every one of those men has a story of what they went through. Plus the town of Gettysburg. There's 2,400 people in the town of Gettysburg. Every one of them has something that happened to them. My favorite civilian account was written by a girl who was 15. Her name was Tilly Pierce. The book is still in print. It's that good. In the book, Tilly Pierce talks about that on July 3rd, the house was being used as a hospital. She said the pile of amputated arms and legs was as high as the fence. In the short time we're together here, I can only put a drop of water in the ocean of what actually happened here. Of this, I mean, all the soldiers that fought here thought they had seen as big a battle as they were going to see. This kind of blew the doors off of it. At Gettysburg in 5 hours, there's 18,000 casualties. These soldiers had never seen anything this big. Every one of them thought they'd seen the biggest battle they could possibly seen. This literally blows the doors off of them.
You want to take a picture?
They'll do 3 tours a day.
Come on the other side.
There's an hour rest in between. They're fed their water. We take their temperature. We take their pulse. We take their respiration. If for any reason we have a horse that doesn't fit into the guidelines, they're switched out.
We are here at the Ghost Walk now.
Yeah, wait until...
And it is super loud. But we are here at the Ghost Walk. We just started.
Wasn't here. Jenny Wade, the only civilian to die during the battle. Very unlucky young woman. 20-year-old woman. And even though that says it's her house, it isn't. It wasn't. She didn't live there. She only died there. When they're cleaning up the thousands of bodies of the soldiers, they found one north of town along the railroad tracks. He had on a Union uniform, sergeant stripes. In death, he was sitting upright, leaning back against a tree. his eyes still wide open, staring at a photograph he held in his hands. It was of his 3 children. He had no other identification on him. He'd taken one of those mini balls to the chest. Moments, maybe minutes to live. His last thoughts were of his family. That beautiful stone building, Dobbin House. One of the finer restaurants in town. Any of you had the pleasure yet? Good food, some of the best French onion soup I've ever had. It's also one of the oldest buildings in town, built in 1776 by Reverend Alexander Dobbin, a Presbyterian minister, teacher, and abolitionist. He ran one of the first schools this side of the Susquehanna River from this building. He needed to. 19 children of his own. Busy man. And then the stairwell and landing between levels, a bookcase that slides aside, revealing a hidden room where he would hide freedom seekers.
So what was your favorite thing today now that we've done all that we were going to do?
Probably still the
Cyclorama?
Cyclorama.
That's
Or
pretty cool.
the tour walk, but only the last tour, which my dad did not get because the camera died. So, but it was good.
How about you? Still Cyclorama, or what did you like about it?
I like the carriage ride a lot.
Oh yeah,
That was fun.
I forgot about that.
Carriage rides?
Yeah.
Carriage ride. Starbucks.
Carriage ride was great. Starbucks was great. Our lunch was good.
The day was good.
And the ghost walk was good. I like the ghost walk too.
I think the carriage ride was my favorite. The Cyclorama was very, very cool, but that carriage ride, the guy, you'll see it in this video, he's got so much good detail. He's been doing it for 30 years, so I guess he's learned a thing or two over the years. So what is Gettysburg? We've discovered that it is, in fact, hallowed ground. It's beautiful scenery. It's rich in history. It's a place that changed the course of the nation. The men that fought here changed this place forever. And to those that fought on the side of good, we owe a debt of gratitude. If this battle hadn't happened, the war might have drug on a lot longer. If this victory for the North didn't happen, we might still be in the same place we were before Gettysburg.